What up, what up? I don't got the whistle with me today because I'm behind the wheel, so I decided to talk to y'all while I'm in traffic. Game time. Check this shit out. I want to say something, man, to everybody that's in prison right now. That's, you know, you growing up, man. Man, pay attention to the older homies, bro. Listen to the older homies that's wise. I ain't saying so much as the older homies that's with the bullshit, that's stupid, that do stupid shit, that's acting like dope fiends and shit in there. Not them older homies, niggas that's run there sniffing pills and nigga, you a G homie, you in prison, you on meth. Nah, fuck them niggas. That ain't, nah, man. You don't want to listen to no cokehead, no meth head. You want to fuck with somebody that got a sound judgment that's going to tell you the right thing to do. Because you listen to a motherfucker that's using dope, you're going to be doing dope too, more than likely. So stay away from that shit. But man, I want to say by myself, bro, how I was raised in there, man. I got my homie Neckbone, my big homie Neckbone, man. Big Nugget, you know what I mean? Spark and Lavelle. Shit, my big homie Coop, man. There's so many of my big homies Rabbit that really, you know, that schooled me and taught me a lot of shit, man. That's why I be motivated the way I am now. I just stay going after shit, because being in a situation where, you know, in prison with life and around a lot of people that's still in there with life, but it's a lot of us that's out now too, you know what I mean? Shout out to my homie Gangster, you know what I'm saying? Welcome home, loved one. You know, it's like, you know, you got to pay attention to shit in there. Shout out to my homie J-Ski Mac, another one of my real ones up in there. But yeah, man, you Baby T, of course, you know what I'm saying? But no, man, you got to really pay attention to niggas trying to give you some righteous game. You know, but everything is like this. It's just like when you read the Bible or Quran and shit, man. You got to know how to filter shit out. So sometimes motherfuckers going to be talking to you, telling you some bullshit. You got to know what's real and what's not. So that's why it's up to you to have basic wisdom when you're dealing with this shit. But, you know, I say, man, my survival, man, and the way I've been doing things. Look at this big ass truck. This nigga swerving. Nigga, get the fuck away from me. Yeah, you know, I paid attention, man. I was always a student, you know what I mean? I was a student to this shit. And I learned how to deal with other people, man, and respect people from the other side of the fence, and still do. And that's why I get down the way I do now, because I paid attention, I learned. I sat back and listened. I didn't act like I knew everything in this motherfucker when I first came through the system. When I first got to the county jail, I mean, I was just like, fuck it, I'm from Raymond, I'm just banged out, you know what I mean? But I was like 18 at the time. What the fuck? Everybody 18, we go through that motherfucker, and you go to the county jail, LA County, and you back then we had to go to the crib module. When I went there, I had to go to 4700 because that's where we was at. So, you know, man, that's part of life. But along the way, man, I paid attention. I paid attention to niggas from everywhere, like Big Pup from Maytre Gangster, man. You know, so many people, man, I didn't pay attention. I didn't learn a lot of shit from. A lot of blood niggas, even some old BGF niggas, you know what I mean? Even some Hoover niggas. I learned, man. You learn when you just grow up. You learn in this shit, man, because you'd be in them situations where sometimes you really need each other, bro. So, you know, once again, I ain't that nigga that be cool with you in the joint, and I'm on the streets now. I'm like, oh, I want to do something to you. If I didn't do nothing to you in there, when the fuck I'm gonna do something to you for out here? You know what I mean? So I ain't with that shit at all. You know, a lot of niggas be out here on that bullshit. We call it that foo shiznit. But fuck all that, nigga. But yeah, man, the homies taught me a lot of shit, man. I learned a lot of shit. I read a lot of shit. And, you know, that's where I get my motivations from. So I shout out to all the homies in prison and the homies that's out here that been participating in my upbringing, man, that shared wisdom with me, show me how to survive in these streets out here. You know, it's been a lot of times, you know, homies had to snatch me up and pull my car, you know, because I've been out here bullshitting, slipping and shit. But by the grace of God, I survived, man. I thank the homies for that, you know what I mean? Thank God for that, you know what I mean, first and foremost. But, you know, motherfuckers helping me through this shit, showing me the right way, and not being those stubborn ass youngster. And that's the moral of what I'm saying. Don't be no stubborn ass motherfucker out here, man. Like you can't learn shit. And you're an old cat. Don't ever think that you can't learn from the young homies, because nigga, learning is a lifelong process, and a lot of these young niggas is showing you know new ways to do things. So don't hate on them, man. Accept that shit. Embrace that shit. See, it's the thing is, man, is being able to bridge the gap, yo. It's got to be able to bridge the gap of communication to be able to deal with generations. You understand? Understanding the culture, this whole culture and what it's about. It's like it's times and turns and shit. So it's another generation's time is their turn. You know what I mean? But you know, you got to know how to get out their way, bro. Don't fuck with what they fucking with. Let them do what they do. Use other things for you to be focused on. It's like I'm focused on other shit. I ain't focused on no motherfucking gangbang shit. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Nigga can miss me with some gangbang shit. That shit ain't doing shit for me, my nigga. Unless I'm gonna make a movie about this shit and write a book about this shit, my nigga. It's like, come on now. Nigga done that one, bro. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck? I ain't the nigga to keep doing that shit. I ain't the nigga to keep repeating stupidity. You know what I'm saying? Let me say that shit again. I ain't the nigga to keep repeating stupidity. Nigga, let that shit marinate in y'all heads. Just think about it. I ain't the nigga to keep repeating stupidity, my nigga. Yeah, man, I done blew out a motherfucking speaker in this motherfucker. That's why no sounds ain't on this motherfucker right now, yo. I'm like, man, I got things to do. I'm in traffic right now. This motherfucking freeway. I can't even push the button to let y'all see this motherfucking traffic. I'm gonna turn this shit around. Look at this shit. LA traffic for your ass. On a Saturday, like it's about to rain and shit. Hell yeah. But yeah, man, man, pay attention, man. Even the homies that's out here, man, from wherever you from, homie, pay attention to your older homies that's doing something that's wise, man, that's doing something with their life. And as an older homie, we supposed to represent that as pillarism. You know, we supposed to be them type of pillars for the younger homies want to look up to and respect and ask questions about shit. Even though we not doing what they do, but they still need somebody to come and talk to. They want to talk to, like, big homie this, big homie that. Can you know what I mean? That's what we come in at. And a lot of times we ain't there for them like that. We just see them as being like they out here bang the fuck out like we used to be. And like, I don't fuck with them little niggas. You know what I mean? I understand that because a lot of them I won't fuck with either. It's like, okay, your mentality is like, you a little too turned up for me, homie. I ain't turned up. Call me turned down all day. I don't give a fuck, nigga. Once you understand freedom, you gonna be that. When you understand freedom, you gonna be that. Fuck trying to be turned up all the time and they take your motherfucking freedom for life. Yeah, go ahead and ride that wave out. Just ride that wave off about a dove or something like that. Yo, experience the dove of that lifestyle right there, man. And then you gonna have a different perspective on a lot of things. But that's as you grow as men, as you grow as women, right? For sure. But yeah, man, pay attention, yo. Pay attention to what the fuck the homie's saying. You know what I'm saying? If they talking some righteous shit, you know, you're supposed to be wise enough, grown enough to recognize when somebody's talking some bullshit. You in these streets, you got to be able to pay attention to that. That's street hustle. If you can't pay attention to signs and shit where a motherfucker is faking on you, you don't need to be in the streets because that's basic survival one-on-one in street life. Oh, y'all like the shirt? It's the old school with the OG beanie. Yep, I said beanie, nigga, with a B. That's what I talk. That's how I talk, bro. Straight up. I don't change shit up. Nigga, I ain't that guy. That ain't me, man. You know what I mean? Used to be once upon a time, but, you know, you grow out of shit, man. You know what I mean? Shit get old, man. You know what I mean? Shit get old at the point in time. You just grow out of shit. You supposed to. You supposed to grow out of shit, nigga. You ain't supposed to do the same shit forever. You know what I mean? What the fuck? What if you stayed in the motherfucking second grade all your fucking life? What's up this big ass bus? Look at this nigga. What are you trying to do, bro? What are you trying to do? Look at this nigga. Hey, man. But what if you stayed in the second grade all your life? What would you know? Nothing but second grade shit, right? You wouldn't know nothing else. You just know second grade education. That's all you have. Second grade education, second grade communication, everything second grade. Your hoop skills, your football skills, everything. Your squabble skills, everything. Your dating skills, everything is motherfucking second grade. So just imagine that. So when you think of it like that, it's like, okay, when we just be doing the same shit forever, acting like we can't go to the next level, we in that same grade forever. Like, man, we got to get up out that grade, man. It's another grade for us to go to, man. You know what I mean? It's another grade for us to go to, bro. It's always another grade for us to go to. Oh, my steering wheel's blocking. My bad, y'all. It's always another grade, and it's always another level, man. It's time to get out of elementary school, man. You know, all us old niggas, man, get up out of elementary school, man. Get up out of junior high school and high school, man. Get up out of that shit. Graduate from that shit, man. Understand what the next level is, man. Take your shit corporate. Go corporate with yours, bro. This big ass bus on the side of me. This motherfucker. What the fuck is happening down here? I don't know. I was raised by homies like my big homie Big T, Big C, but mostly Big T, Big Nugget, Kill Dog, rest in peace. Neckbone, of course. Oh man, it's certain homies. Even Big John Boy was influential in my life at one time. You know what I mean? He definitely that. It's a big homie. You know, certain homies. If I didn't mention their name, it ain't nothing that nothing against them. It's just, you know, you grew up in this shit. You run with certain people, Bogart and them. You know what I mean? It's like you got certain crews you run with, and certain homies you just know from your hood, and some homies you really fuck with all the time from your hood. So like my homie Big T and Neckbone and Big Nug. Yeah, them was some of my everyday niggas as a kid coming up. You know, at a time in my life, you know, I didn't deal with them dudes on different levels, you know, so, you know, a lot of shit, man, just, you know, I'm talking about these dudes, I knew them before we was even, Raymond's in that area, so, like, you know, we just niggas who played soft baseball back in the days, Lennox Little League and shit like that, you know, yeah, man, it's all the other homies, man, shit. Blue Capone's, you know, it's like, come on, man, it's like so many homies. I done Blue Capone, my homie Blue Capone, shout out my nigga Blue Capone, because my first time in the pen, I ended up with my homie Blue Capone, Big Blue the Low. Got love for Big Blue, so I learned shit from Big Blue too. Big Blue taught me a lot of shit. When I got to the pen, me and Blue got tight, you know what I mean? We always been around each other, but didn't really fuck around real tight. Just, you know homies you just see, you know, you fuck with, you acknowledge each other, you got love for, but you just never really just ran with every day, you know what I mean? And we all meet up with people at some point in time in our life where we just meet people. It's like a bunch of niggas from my section and a bunch of people I know right now. I even with family members that, you know, it's motherfuckers that, you know, I don't just be with every day. I never really just been with every day, but, you know, we acknowledge each other, we family, we homies, but, you know, it's some people you just, you know, you got your everyday niggas, you know what I mean? So growing up, there's a lot of people that I wasn't like that with, you know, I ran across them in prison, or as I got older, we got tighter. That's how we meet, anybody meet. Like me and you can get with me, we can just be like, you know, similar shit. We just know each other now, we homies, we family, we whatever, but we never really kicked it like, you know, the homie Banky Mo, you know, shit, man, there's so many homies, man, that I done ran with. There's Skull, man, there's just so many homies I done been with and learned shit from, just being along the way with, you know, as being younger. You know what I mean? Shit, you know, Big 8 Ounce when he was around, and, you know what I mean? And of course, Lil 8 Ounce, rest in peace, which became Big 8 Ounce, you know what I mean? With so many people, man, along the journey, man, I done paid attention, I done learned from, I done learned with, you know what I mean? And, you know, man, it's just like prison. Oh man, you know, I became interested in becoming an entrepreneur, being in the cell in Corcoran Shoe, my big homie Lavelle, and shit he used to talk about all the time, and he used to talk about a lot of shit that influenced me, man, real shit. And then his brother Spark was doing that. He was doing, playing the stock market and doing all this kind of shit in prison. The shit he was about, it just made me like, okay, I want to become an entrepreneur. I want to be a motherfucking businessman in prison too. So that's when I started my first brand, which is Rated R, where I think I almost got sued by the Motion Picture Association of America for that one. They told me that I can't have that name Rated R because that they own that shit. And in my mind, I'm thinking, nigga, I'm from Raymond, we own that shit, you know. But yeah, right. Nigga, we ain't, nigga, these motherfuckers was fucking got law firms. I was trying to fight that shit from prison. I was going to the law library and all that shit, fighting, had my wife sending me motherfucking case log and shit. And I was like, you know, shit, I was trying to really go at them, pro-per with this shit. But yeah, right, them niggas had law firms. Niggas was strapped up, ready to tear my ass up. So I was like, fuck it. I was like trying to get them to cash me out. They wouldn't cash me out for the brand. They was like, we ain't gonna cash you out. Just don't let us see you try to put nothing with Rated R in the store or no shit like that. So I did, man, and I just kind of just like let it just phase away. Then right before I came home, booyah, it's all about the wrong enemy. Had to come with something, man, universal for everybody and not nothing just for the hood. You know, you only gonna get so much when you're trying to keep something and do something just for the hood. The hood only gonna support us so motherfucking much. the motherfucking our people as black folks, we only gonna support each other so motherfucking much. Sad to say that, but that's the facts. You know what I mean? All these niggas that you see, these motherfucking millionaire rappers, these niggas ain't rich off of black dollars. They wealthy off of black dollars, but they rich off of other dollars. So motherfucker gotta think, man. You know, we still got a lot of issues within ourselves as people, and we don't, you know, we still just hate on each other like a motherfucker still. And you know, the shit we do to each other just ridiculous. So, you know, it's a struggle for the black man out here with his business, the black woman as well. Same for the any other what's considered minority race, the Mexicans, the Puerto Ricans, the Tongans, Samoans. It's, you know, it's a struggle. You know what I mean? It's a struggle for everybody. It ain't just a struggle for us. You know, we got different type of obstacles and shit that we do struggle that other people don't. But you know, at the same time, you know, God made us strong for a reason, so we succeed as we please, as we should. That's what we supposed to do. Real shit. I'm just saying, yo. They gotta be all they can be while you can. Feel me?